All right. Mine's been going all right. So I have the glimmer of a topic, but I'm not really sure about it yet. It depends on who comes into the chat. Other than that, I really don't have too much to expand on. I got to see my mom this morning. That was cool. She brought me some supplemental groceries, which was nice. And I tried to help her figure out her new phone, but it's a flip phone, so I was a little confused because it's been a really long time since I've had to do anything with a flip phone. I did show her how to be able to get to who she's looking for in her contacts better, because she was a little confused. But I got that figured out. There's no place to make her text larger, so she's having a hard time seeing it because her old phone went kaploop. And she didn't want a smartphone. She likes flip phones, so. And it's like, well, these days they don't put too much effort into flip phones because not too many people want them. Hey, TG. TG, seriously, stop with the banana poop. So, she's going to see if my daughter can help her get it so that I turned her Wi-Fi on, but my daughter has the Wi-Fi password at their house, so she'll have to enter that in. And I don't remember mine, so I think my son still has it written down somewhere, but I don't remember what it is. And I can't reach the box thing to read the back of it. It might have gotten reset since that, I don't know. But, so I couldn't test out her internet, but no, I don't, in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, so I helped my mom out with that a little bit. She's a little annoyed at my daughter. A little. She started crying at my house. My daughter keeps telling her to stop huffing and puffing and just breathe normally when she can't breathe after doing anything, and she's breathing hard because she's trying to get air in her body. So my oldest is not being very sympathetic towards the problems my mom's having since she got COVID. Which is rude, but that's how she's always been. Desiree's always been like that, and my mother just glosses over it because if it is a negative in her bubble, then she doesn't want to acknowledge it. So, but this is why wherever Desiree gets a job, nobody wants to work with her, is because she's kind of douchey like that. She's good with animals now. She's doing really well with her schooling and learning about animals, and she'll make a good vet tech, but when dealing with people, she's not going to do very well. So, good luck. You have cake. Nice. What do you get, like one bite and you're up for your calorie intake for the day? So, yeah, my mom was a little upset. I keep telling her to go to the doctor and get checked because she's like, I think I'm getting worse. I was like, make an appointment with your doctor and have them check your lungs and your heart and all of that. And she's like, well, I have an appointment next month. Well, then don't complain about it until after you see the doctor and he tells you what's wrong. I mean, I understand it's frustrating for her, but it's like the topic of every conversation is how frustrating it is. And I can understand that. I mean, she's like, I can't do anything. I can't even take a couple of steps. I'm like, really? Me either. It made her stop. She looked at me and just started laughing. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy with Desiree at all. She should be a little more empathetic with my mother and her health situation. And Desiree lives her own little life and ignores everything around her. She's always been like that. Everybody is just, how can you be beneficial to me in my life? And if you're not, then I have no patience with you. And she's always been like that. I don't know why. She wasn't like that when up until at least 3 years old when I was raising her. She was always thinking about other people, trying to make them feel better. And like if I wasn't feeling good, she'd bring me her favorite stuffed animal and be like, here, mommy, and it'll make you feel better, and now she just be like, whatever, get over it. So, oh, I'm glad you're doing better, Darlene. Got to go back to work on Monday. Well, that's a plus and a negative, isn't it? My mother doesn't seem to understand that I understand that it's very frustrating. I understand her frustration. I do, because when my health started going downhill, my back started getting real bad. It was very frustrating because I couldn't do things, and, I'd be able to stand up for a couple of minutes to do, 1 or 2 dishes, and I'd have to go sit down for half an hour. And that's what she's dealing with now, only instead of her back, it's her breathing. I agree, Darlene. It's not. So, she's like, I haven't vacuumed my house all week. And I'm like, you have 3 other perfectly healthy people in that house. And any one of them could vacuum. But my mom let them all take control of her house. And instead of her being in charge of her own home, they run it now and they don't do anything. It's more like she's their live-in maid. I mean, when she was sick, the most she got Desiree to be able to do was to pick her up some soup that she could microwave. Nobody brought her any food. My mom had to force herself to get out of bed to go get food. And half the time, she didn't even make it all the way to the kitchen. She had to sit down in the living room. And that's not right. And when my daughter got sick first, my mom was bringing her food. And my daughter wasn't even a quarter of as sick as my mom was. She was better in, less than 4 days. My mom was down for 16 days and was so hungry it wasn't funny because nobody was bringing her anything to eat or anything to drink. She had to get it herself, and that's ridiculous. So it pisses me off that she gets treated like that in her house. Yep, don't want to go. So, yeah, her phone is really weird too. It doesn't even give her a text indicator. Like, it'll give her one bling when she gets a text, but it won't show up. Like when she opens her phone, it doesn't say anywhere that she has a text. Flip phones are they just aren't keeping up with technology at all because nobody wants flip phones. There's just not that big of a call for them. So they're kind of ignoring them. I'm like, well, you might have to upgrade. I don't want one of those phones. Okay. So, my back is finally better from being handed the dog food and overreaching a little bit, almost falling out of the wheelchair. I did pull a muscle in my back. It wasn't too bad. Otherwise, I'd still be in a hell of a lot of pain now. But it was debilitating for quite a few days. But it's better now. And this is why, when I tell people that I'm not able to do something, it's because I know that the possibility of me getting injured, if I get hurt and I can't get up or move around in the wheelchair, then I'm done because I don't have anybody here to help me with anything. I have to be able to do it myself. So if I hurt my back too bad, then I won't be able to put the dog out. I won't even be able to get in the wheelchair, So next time, Donnie going to have to just hand it to me or just put it down near me so I can slide it and move it back and forth and get it to where I need it to go, which is how I got it to where it is now. Because he handed it to me and I was like, nope, and I put it down on the floor. And then I just maneuvered it, edging it one way and then the other, shooting it across the floor. Thank goodness I have hardwood and not carpet, because that would have sucked. Yeah. I couldn't. Sunday and Monday, I couldn't put the dog outside. She was a little confused, and I felt bad, but I couldn't do it because in order to get in and out of that little back alley type of thing that I have in my utility room, that was just no, I couldn't. So I was able to put her out again yesterday and today, so we're good. She's happy. Matter of fact, the past couple of days, every time I go to put her out, I feed her. I put her out, I feed her, and then she immediately runs to the door again, wants to go to the bathroom again. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to do that again right now? Oh. But at least she's telling me she's got to go out, right? So we're back to good. I have not moved any more boxes into the other room because the lifting, not when I pull the muscle, I'll give that the rest of the week to recover, and then I'll start moving stuff around again. But yeah. But things haven't gone backwards too badly the past, few days. Just a little bit, like a half a step back. Because of my back. But not as bad as usual. So we're good. I counted a win. Or at least a tie, Yep. Yippers. 12 people watching, 2 people talking in the chat. Bunch of lurkers. 14 people watching. I spy with my little eye. So let's see, what kind of subjects can we bring up that are controversial to get people talking? Politics. I hate talking about politics, so I'm not going to talk about politics. Could always talk about religion. That always gets people's hackles up. That's always fun. Had a little bit of that going on this morning in Victoria's chat. Although she thought people were getting upset. I don't know if anybody else was. I wasn't. And I let her know I wasn't getting upset. It's just conversation. And conversation doesn't overtly affect my life, so I can have a conversation without getting irate. And if I find myself start getting really overly irritated with a conversation by somebody who doesn't want to see other points of view, then I just stop talking to them. Yeah. Yeah, they're people too. So, we always have plenty of seats available in the rafters. Ooh, Darlene slept in this morning. Nice. Hey, Papa. Yeah, no, TJ. No. Although Victoria did learn a new word today, hubris. She learned a brand new word today. It's always good to learn at least one new thing every day. But Victoria likes her morning shows to be happy, cheerful, no controversy, and I can understand that, and I completely understand that, because it's first thing in the morning, and the mood that you're in the morning sets kind of your whole day, So if people get in a bad mood, they're going to have a crappy day, and Victoria likes everybody to be happy. So I can understand that. I love Victoria too. I do. And she's almost always up, you know. Her mood is always up and cheery, and it actually hurts my heart when she's sad, so I don't like that. But what's funny is she's the one that started the conversation. She asked Kevin what he wanted to talk about, and he said UFOs. And then it branched into, do you think aliens exist? And Victoria's actually the one that said that since God created man, that she was pretty sure that he probably created life on other planets. And so Victoria's actually the one that started the religious aspect of the whole thing, and then didn't like where it started to go. So she kept trying to get people to stop talking about it. It was funny, but yeah, Kevin and his boobies. So, and I mean, I love that Victoria is very solid in her faith. I do. And she's never ever bashed me for the fact that I'm not a Christian. So for that, I love her too, because I get that a lot. Well, I used to. When I went out in the world, I would get that from total strangers that would be like, oh, you're a Satanist. No, I'm not. I'm not Christian. So I do love the fact that Victoria's faith is so strong, and that's good for her. I mean, that's what works for her. It's what gives her strength. It's what, helps her get through her life, and that's what faith is for. So it's good. And I won't say she's closed-minded, because she's not really. It's just that's what's right for her, and that's what she believes is an absolute truth, and for her that is true. It's just other people don't have that faith. They believe in different things, and that's good. That's fine for them, because that's what gets them through the day, Hey, Rhonda. You have faith in minions? I cannot stand those little shits. So, okay, can't hear, but in the field waiting for Liam to get out of school. Oh, okay. I mean, that's what faith is for. Faith is when you believe in something that you can't absolutely prove. So for whatever someone's belief system is, it's what works for them, and that's what it's for. Religion, on the other hand, is constructed by man and organized by man, and they tell you what to do, and that I don't like. Which is why I say I'm spiritual and not religious. So, which is my own personal belief. I've always said I have no problem with the Christian faith. It's its followers that give me a hard time, that I have issues with. And up until my time in Florida, I can honestly say that I ran into more negative where Christians are concerned than positive. When I was in Florida, I met a group of people in the Middleburg Baptist Church that were absolutely fantastic. Hey, Caroline. They were the most warm, loving, giving people that I have ever met in my life in the Christian faith. Anyway, pagans, I've met both sides of the pagan community, and the majority have been good. You have crappy people in all walks of life, regardless of religion. So, but the people from Middleburg Baptist Church were just amazing, and they never pushed their religion on me. They never tried to convert me. They just took my personality and religion didn't come into it. They were helpful. They helped me out a lot. One couple kept inviting me to their house for dinner for holidays and stuff, which was nice because I was by myself. So I got to have Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner at their house. And yes, they did prayer, and I was quiet and respectful while they had their prayer. And that's what I do. I respect other people's religious and practices and holidays and things. Besides, Christmas, hello, presents. I'm not stupid. And the food was absolutely amazing. Let me tell you, these Baptists can cook up some damn food, man. Wow. And but they were just very sweet people, and I thought that was awesome. As opposed to being in South Carolina, where I thought they were gonna fucking kill me at the gas station I worked at. I had a 16-year-old kid give me a lecture about how I have no love in my life because I'm not Christian. I'm like, what? You haven't even gotten laid yet, boy. What the hell are you talking to me for? Go away. But, yeah. He used to be at the pumps pumping gas singing Jesus Loves You really loudly so I could hear him. And then he'd come in and use the bathroom and sing in there too. And I'm like, oh, are you done yet? Because you can't carry a tune. Yeah. They're very pushy here. And I don't like pushy. I don't like pushy people in any aspect. But, so yeah, religion can be a very controversial conversation. If someone comes in and says, no, you're wrong, and it goes this way, no, that's only in your faith. It's not in everybody else's faith. You have to be open-minded enough to understand that. You know, the Bible was written by man. So, hello, man is fallible. Nobody's joining in on this conversation. I figured somebody piped in. Rhonda, hurry up and get home. So what's everybody up to today, since nobody wants to talk to me about what I was talking about? You know, I try with you people. Oh. We could talk about TG's ability to lie about being innocent. Comes way too easily from those fingertips, girl. You Brit fibber. If you're in Wales, are you considered British? There's a question for inquiring minds. Just been walking. Walking is good. Just stay away from angry ducks and geese and swans. Right? Don't push faith on people. You're doing a cross beads. Cross beads. So like cross stitch, but with beads? I've done bead work with fabric. Not a lot, but I've done some. It's a pain in the ass. Okay, you are considered to be a Brit? If you're from Wales? If you live in Wales? I'm just seriously inquiring because I don't want to be offensive. Usually. Sometimes. Sometimes I don't care, but I want to get right. Okay, so you're a Brit. So you're a bratty Brit who fibs about being innocent. There, I didn't want to get it wrong. I'd never, well... Okay, I have to look something up. Because it takes too long to get a response to the chat. Yeah. I'm going to sort 34-pound jewelry craft lot from Goodwill. Whew. That's a heavy box. That's heavier than the dog food box that killed my back. So many knots. Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't have any PMs, Darlene. Oh, yes, I do. Wow, it didn't show up as a little indicator until I actually clicked on it. Oh, Oh, a literal cross bead. Oh, I got it. That's pretty cool. I thought you meant like a cross stitch type but with beads. Nice. I like that. Very nice, Darlene. Okay. According to this, you wouldn't be called a Brit, you'd be called Welsh. The Welsh are a Celtic nation and ethnic group native to Wales. Welsh people applies to those who are born in Wales and to those who have Welsh ancestry, perceiving themselves or being perceived as sharing a cultural heritage or shared ancestral origin. So, TG, were you born there or did you move there? Well, yeah, I figured it was upside down. And no, I don't think you're a Satanist. I think that's just how the picture is. Because Satanists take everything and turn it upside down. And think it reverses everything, which is funny because with the pentacle, when you turn it upside down and it becomes a pentagram, it's actually banishing negativity. So they're banishing themselves. So, haha, the joke's on you. You were born here. Okay. So you're Welsh. You're a Welsh Brit. Got it. No wonder you think you're innocent. You're so confused. I had a friend of mine say I looked Welsh because of the red hair and the freckles and pale skin and all that. Because just by coloring alone, I always figured I was Irish or Scottish. But she, my friend from England, said that I looked Welsh. That she's met a lot of Welsh people, and they kind of had the same features, I guess, as I do. You were born there, okay. So you're Welsh. Woman, get it right. Jeez. But I have no idea because I'm adopted, so I have absolutely no idea, and I can't afford one of those ancestry DNA things. Hey, Bonnie. My dog is laying directly at the path of the air conditioning. I just gave her loves, and her ears are freaking cold. I'm like, ah! I wonder if she's trying to bury her head in the blanket. She's a bit chilly. So what else can we talk about that nobody else would participate in? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Anybody have a subject they want to discuss? Anything at all, except politics. Pick it. Oh, your dogs have been on the couch sleeping. Yeah, Cindy sleeps a lot. It's mostly out of self-preservation because, well, right now she has 2 rooms she can run around in until I let her out in the other part of the house. Then she still has 2 rooms she can run around in, so there's really not a lot of space for her to have activity. So I had to cut back on her food when we moved back in because she started getting fat with her lack of exercise. Aliens. You want to talk about aliens? Well, I tried that one already. Okay, we talk about aliens. Do you believe aliens exist? I do. TG, you're either sleeping or eating, so stop that. Yep, they're going to need all their energy when the kids get home. Cindy gets all excited when my mom comes. Hell, Marty tried to dig her way through the craft room door when my mom was in the kitchen because the door connects into the kitchen. She's like had both front paws under the door. Her nose was sticking out, and she's like, meow, 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 meow. I'm like, what are you doing? She wanted out so bad. You're an alien? Oh, okay. Well, see, I believe you exist. I actually saw a spaceship when I was a kid. I saw a flying saucer. Well, I won't say flying saucer because I have no idea what shape it was in. I only saw the lights. But it didn't move like anything that we have on Earth even now. And that was when I was like 9 or 10 years old. So we did not have any kind of flight capabilities like what that ship did. So I'm like, yeah, that was an alien. And then I went back to bed. It's getting there, Bonnie. I was able to move because I'm going to be using the living room as a craft room. My mom doesn't want all of the boxes that are in my room out in the living room. She said it would be unsightly and what will everybody think? And I'm like, who's everybody? Nobody comes here. But she didn't want the landlord seeing it like that. So the small room that I was going to have as my craft room will now be the storage room, which is fine with me. And the living room will be my craft room, which is fine with me too, because it gives me more space and built-in shelves. So I've gotten a few boxes from the smaller room, which we started moving things into. Got a few boxes out into the living room. But then I hurt my back on Saturday, so I couldn't do anything. And I'm going to give it the rest of the week to finish healing up because I was handed the Chewy box of dog food, which is two 15-pound bags of dog food in one box, so 30 pounds. And it was handed to me from a little too far away, and I almost fell out of the wheelchair trying to grab it. And I pulled a muscle in my back. So moving has been an issue. It's better now. It wasn't pulled too severely because as soon as I felt it start to pull and felt myself start to come out of the chair, I was like, Donnie, you got to take a step closer. I'm going to fall. And he did quickly. So I didn't have the full weight of the box down. Hey, Steven. I didn't have the full weight of the box down on my arms. So it would have been a lot worse because I would have done a head around the wheelchair. It would have pulled me right out of the wheelchair. So in retrospect, if he has to hand me a heavy box again, I'm either going to have him put it in the house for me or have him put it down on the floor in front of me so I can kind of move it where I need to go, where I need it to go instead of trying to carry it. Being injured stops everything in my life if I hurt my back too badly. And my back always hurts anyway, so added pain is not welcome, Yeah. So I'm letting it heal for the rest of the week. And then maybe this weekend I'll be able to move some more stuff out in the other room. I still have to pack up my son's stuff. And I use the rollator, the walker that has the wheels. I use that. I put the boxes on that and I push it to where I need it to go. So I'm not technically carrying anything. I only have to lift the box off a table and onto the rollator and then move it to where I want it. You know what I mean? So I do have a system worked out so that I'm not putting too much strain on my back or my arms. My tendonitis hasn't been too bad lately. It's starting to get better. So it really sucks, though, that everything I want to get done, I have to think of a way to do it to cause as little pain as possible or to avoid injury as much as possible. Because if I can't get up off this bed, I'm pretty much done. I won't be able to make food. I can't put the dog out. I can't feed the dog because her food's out in the kitchen. Going to the bathroom would be an issue. So anytime I want to do anything, I have to think of a way to do it with as least intrusive as possible to my system. Very irritating, but I get it done. There's a will, there's a way, and I do figure it out eventually. So, and I told my mom that too. She's like, I might be like this permanently with her having a hard time breathing when she tries to do anything. And I'm like, well, you might have to learn to adapt and adjust to it. You know, it's what I had to do when my back started going out real bad. It's what I had to do when I injured my foot in the first place. And when I got the amputation, I definitely had to adjust. Humans are amazingly adaptable. So you just have to figure out other ways of doing things. Yeah. Oh no, there's a missing kid? Well, that sucks. I hate it when kids go missing. Well, I hope they find the kid and that he's okay. Yeah, well, my right arm is still, like, it's not popping as bad. My elbow was popping every time I went to move it. It's not popping as bad, and I still can't straighten it all the way without it being painful, but it's not as bad. So, because I've tried to take it easy on it, and I've been using those pressure cuffs, those pressure bands on both arms, and they really do help. So, because that's all I need is for my back and my arms to go out. Then I really won't be able to move, and that would suck. I'd be like, ah. So, I'm getting there. But, yeah. And then after I get everything that's already in the craft room into the living room, which we'll call the craft, what was going to be the craft, we'll call that the storage room, because people are going to get confused when I say craft room, craft room. So the little room is the storage room, and the living room is my craft room. So once I get everything out of the storage room and into the craft room that has to go there, then I can start getting the stuff that's still in my room and getting that out to the craft room. That's going to be more difficult because it's way over there and there's a whole bunch of crap in my way. And yeah, hauling my fat ass across this bed to get to it is also painful, but I'll get it done. The majority, well, I have a lot of my soldering stuff still in here, like my soldering pan and my pickle and my little pickle pot, not for real pickles, for getting the fire scale off things. That's still in here. Those are important. And but I'm still hoping to get everything, or the majority of everything I need, out there by Halloween. So yeah, Marty has decided that one of the little boxes I have this Pop-Tart box, like you can buy the double packs of Pop-Tarts. So there's like 2 of the regular boxes inside one box. I have one of those boxes, and I put a whole bunch of different small things in it and put it up on top of one of my drawer towers. And Marty has decided it's her box, and she started pulling things out of it. And half of the stuff she's pulled out is now missing. So it's on the floor, on top, on other things that are closer to the floor. And she sits in it now. Like, what the hell? I looked over and her fat ass is trying to fit in this little box. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. So she just keeps pulling things out of it. I've got a little box, and there was something in a baggie that was up there that is now no longer on top of one of the drawers. I don't know where that went. I'll find everything eventually, but oh, I got my stones from Sandy, the cabochons that I got at her auction, at the marathon auction, and at the auction, her auction after the auction, her after auction. I got those. I showed my mom. My mom was like, "Oh my God, those are so pretty." I'm like, "Yep, this one's for me, this one's for me, and this one I'll probably use as a piece for somebody to buy." And she goes, "Well, why are those 2 yours?" I said, "Because those are damn opals, and they're not going anywhere." My very first 2 opals. Yep. They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I would turn my camera on and I would show you, but there's no way my camera is going to pick up the brilliance of any of these stones. So it would not do them justice, and I'm not going to insult the rock gods by showing imperfect pictures. But my mom's eyesight's not all that great. She even caught the flash on the labradorite. It's a teardrop labradorite. I cannot wait to make something with it. And it has so much flash on it. I am extremely pleased with all 3 stones. I'm so happy. Although Sandy hermetically sealed the things in tape, I was like, I need a hacksaw to get through all this. Her packing was amazing. I was like, wow, these weren't getting damaged. And you could have played hacky sack with the little bundle of bubble wrap that she did, and the stones wouldn't have gotten touched. It was so amazing. So kudos to Sandy for her packing. Yeah, they're gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They're my first 2 opals, and I was like, you know what? I was sent the money to be able to bid on things in the auction, and I wanted to be as constructive as possible. Like, I didn't want to just get things for myself. You know what I mean? Like, just knickknacks that are just going to sit there and collect dust. So since it was a auction, and I knew that there had to be some cabochons somewhere in the mix, I waited until there were cabochons, because I knew that I'd be able to either make something I could sell or make something for myself. And when those opals came up, I was like, oh, mine. So, and I only own 1 piece of opal, and it's very, very brittle. And it was John's mother's, and he gave it to me. And it's, he says it's fire opal. It's not. I don't know if she was told that or she just made it up. It's black opal, but it's not fire opal. And he said it was black fire opal, but it's not red and orange. So it's not fire opal, because that's why it's called fire. It is beautiful, but it's so brittle I wouldn't be able to make anything with it. It would break as soon as I tried to set it. So having my first 2 opals that I can actually work with got me all excited. I was like, mine, 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 mine. Because one is a white opal, and my mom saw the flash in that too. She could see all the colors in it, and it's all different colors. It's like a rainbow opal. And the other one they colored the back of it. They put coloring on the back of it so that it mimics a black opal. And the colors are blue and purple. And it is just absolutely beautiful. My favorite opal are actually purple opals, which are the lowest in value of Australian opals, which is still expensive as fuck. But, of course, my favorite color is purple. So I love purple. Nice, Papa. So I was actually surprised that I finally liked a stone that was the least expensive on the scale of that, you know, on the scale of, I believe so. Let me check. I know it's a birthstone for one of the months. Yes, October. So on the scale, I mean, because like my birthstone is Garnet, which is for January. Nice, Bonnie. And I found out there was such a thing as an actual purple garnet. It looks like a really dark amethyst, and it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous purple stone. And I was like, oh my God, my birthstone and my favorite color all in one. I need that. And then I saw the prices and I went, I don't need it that bad. Yeah. Because they are hella expensive because they're so rare. So yeah, that was off the list, you know? And I like tanzanite, which is also expensive. My taste in stones was, I mean, I love amethyst, which is a cheaper stone. I won't say cheap, a less expensive stone. So that's good. I can get plenty of amethyst all day long. Oh, there you go. Darlene's birthstone is diamond. Yeah, that's a tough one. You get a lot of fakes because people can't afford the real thing. But I can get hella amethyst all day long because they're an inexpensive purple stone. But when I saw that there were purple Australian opals, I was like, oh, how much are those going to cost? Because I knew that other Australian opals were really expensive. And they're actually at the bottom of the list. The least expensive Australian opal is the purple, the ones with the purple flash. So I was like, oh, something finally worked out in my favor. So instead of, thousands of dollars, I'd pay multiple hundreds of dollars. So, yeah. So the fact that I was able to get these stones from Sandy, and I know that Sandy gets good quality stones. And I mean, yeah, the white opal is a cabochon. It's very thin, so I have to be really careful with it. But it's gorgeous, and it's a decent size. It's not. I mean, it's not huge. But it's good size for a ring. So, yeah, John was sapphire, but he always liked emeralds better. And mine was garnet, and I always got sapphires or amethysts. So I didn't really embrace the garnet because I didn't like the color red. So when I was a kid, I avoided it. But now I kind of embrace it because it's like a wine red, so I can deal with that. Maroon and darker, deeper purpley reds actually look decent on me. But as a redhead, I always avoid anything red, pink, orange, yellow, neon. Yeah, it's just a redhead thing. I'm like, nope. So, but yeah, I cannot wait to make something. And I figured the other thing too, even if I'm making, using two of the stones for something for myself, it will still showcase my work, because I'll wear them and I'll show them. So it'll still show people, what kind of things I can make. So it's still beneficial for my business, And although I'd love to keep the labradorite, I will probably consider that an investment towards making something that I will sell. I don't know. I do have 4 other labradorite cabochons. They're square that I actually got off Amazon, and 3 of them have really nice flash. One of them is kind of a dud labradorite in the realm of flash, but this teardrop one is absolutely amazing. So I don't own any jewelry with labradorite, I don't think. I don't know, but if I think that way, then I'm going to have to make, something of each stone for myself, and I'm going to have way too much jewelry for myself. But we'll get it figured out. The other thing, too, is the sizing with rings and stuff that I'm going to be selling, because my natural inclination is to make larger size rings, 9, 10, 11, for, women or men, whatever. My rings, I don't know that I'll do anything overly delicate. They'll be pretty, but not fancy, delicate little frilly rings. So kind of like unisex, anybody can wear them. But sizing, I know that a lot of people have smaller ring sizes. And I know it's really hard for people with larger ring sizes to find rings. So I don't know. Only have so many, I have a crap ton of stones, because Willow sent me a Ziploc bag full of cabochons, and they're so cool. I want to play. So there'll be plenty of Tiger's Eye, I can tell you that. Yeah, I do too, Bonnie. Although my Super 7 ring, the ring that I got from Garden something or other. My Super 7 stone ring is a size 9, which normally would fit on my pinky. And months ago, all of a sudden, I went to put it on, and it was too big. It fell off. And I'm like, what the hell? And I put it on my ring finger, and it fits my ring finger, which had been a size 11. And it still fits my ring finger. I can get it on and off without any problem whatsoever. And it's a size 9. So my fingers shifted sizes when I got that ring, which was really weird. Bye, Papa. So yeah, and my pinky, I have a ring that's a 6 3/4 that I had only been able to wear on the top part of my finger, like the above the second knuckle, as a knuckle ring. That now fits completely on my pinky. So my pinky, I can fit anything from a 6 3/4, 6.5 to like an 8 on my pinky. All those sizes fit comfortably. It's really weird. My hands got very strange, but they still look fat. I mean, I got like man hands. You'll see when I start doing videos when I'm making my jewelry, you'll see my man hands. There's no way to avoid it. They're going to have to be on camera. I'm definitely not a hand model. Where's Gary when I need him? With his pretty hands. So. But yeah. But I mean, Sandy does her rings, and she usually asks people in chat if she's making it online. When she's on YouTube, she asks people, what size should she make a ring, and they'll give her a bunch of different suggestions, and she'll pick the one that has the most suggestions, and then that's what she does. And screw it if you don't like it, which is an awesome attitude. It's like, this is what I made. Now she can size things up once it's made, but unless she has the rouge that you can put on something, you can put on the stones so that they don't heat up, you cannot make things smaller unless you make it an adjustable ring, because heating up a stone once it's in a setting will cause it to explode, and that's never good. There is something that you can put on the stone to keep it from doing that, but I don't know how expensive that stuff is. I've only heard about it. So, but you can make adjustments to a ring, at least maybe a half a size, quarter to a half size. You can usually stretch it a little bit on a ring mandrel with a mallet, with a rubber mallet or a rawhide mallet if it's too small. I've done that. I've had to do that with some rings, because I'll see, like when I was younger, I'd see a ring and I'd want it so bad, but I knew it was too small. And if it was sterling or gold, I'd get it if it was like a half size too small or a size too small. And I'd use the ring mandrel and adjust the size. Like, now it fits, damn it. Hell yeah. I'll make it fit. And I mean, on rings that don't have a stone, you can size them smaller, because you just have to cut and then resolder. So it's not that difficult. Pain in the ass, but it's not that difficult. So, and I would like to try and make things one of a kind. I don't really want to mass produce. I mean, except for plain bands that just have words on them, like love, peace, buttercups, rainbows, like unicorn farts, things like that, or names. The simple bands will be the same. Okay, Bonnie. Simple bands will kind of all be the same. It's just a matter of what you put on it for metal stamping and whatnot. But things with stones, I try to make them different, and like pendants and things. I don't want everything to be the same. Although they'll still all be unique because they'll be handmade, so there's going to be screw ups somewhere. I plan on being imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect, one or the other, whichever one it works. And that's the beauty of handmade products, is that every one of them is different, and you shouldn't try to get them all, because if you're going to do that, why not just get them from a machine, I like that little bit of wonkiness in things, like the bezel might have a little bit of a ripple in it because it wasn't set absolutely perfectly, or one thing on it might be a little offset than what it's supposed to be. And it's still beautiful in its imperfections. And me personally, making jewelry, I know how irritated that person must have gotten when that didn't come out the way they wanted it. That one little, like, Sandy likes to put balls on everything, right? So when you put them all where you want them to be and then you solder them, if one of them shifts, it's really annoying. So I can actually feel that in jewelry when I see stuff like that. It's like, I know how irritated that person got. But I just hope people like the things that I make, because obviously I want people to buy them, but I don't want it to just be me that thinks that things that I make are nice. I need the gratification. People like my things. So I hope I can make things that people like. And my life goal is to have people want my stuff as much as they want Sandy's. That's a life goal. Yep. Darlene, the imperfections with beading when you scrub a bead or you're looking at beadwork, and as someone who does beadwork, you're looking at someone else's beadwork and you see every single place that there was a mistake. You can feel their frustration. You're like, oh, look how far into the work they were when that happened. No wonder they left it there. You know what I mean? Because I've done that. I have done that. When I made that, the little amulet bag that I did, I was about 3/4 of the way through the first panel, and I found a fuck up about halfway through the panel. And I was like, no. And it was so severe. I don't know why I didn't see it when it happened, but it was so severe that I actually had to undo 1/4 of what I had already done and redo it. I was so mad. I was ready to throw the thing at the wall. Yeah. Welcome back, Bonnie. So, yeah. It does suck. It sucks so bad. I've had beads break on me, too, where, I'm in the middle of my work and all of a sudden, I don't know what happens. Either I click beads together too hard or I squish them together when I'm trying to get the needle through or something. All of a sudden the bead will break. And it's not the bead that I'm putting on. It's the bead I'm going through. So I have to take out the whole row and redo it and put replace that bead. But then if I screw up and I put an extra bead in and I try and break it to, so I don't have to undo it, it won't break. Yeah, it's because you want it done the right way, right? Well, with beading, it leaves gaps. If you screw up, it either bunches it up or it leaves a gap or it leaves some weird flaw in the design. So a lot of the times we want to go back and fix it because we don't want that flaw because we're afraid other people will see it right away. And 9 times out of 10, nobody else would even notice it. And there are people on the group that I'm in, the beadication group, that posts about being so frustrated that this won't go exactly like this and this and this and this. Yet their work is absolutely gorgeous. And we're like, you're looking for perfection through your own eyes and you need to stop that because you're not seeing what other people see. I mean, to the creator, you're seeing something flawed, something that isn't how you visualized it. To the outside person who's looking at it, they're seeing something amazing that they couldn't do themselves, or even if they do that work, they're very impressed with you, with your work, and they're amazed by it. So that's the curse of the artist, is that we always see flaws in our own work, and we never think it's good enough. We always think there's ways to improve it, or I should have done this, or I should have done that, or that was a dumb idea. Yeah. And other people love it. And it's funny because I used to tell myself, just make the ugliest thing you can imagine and people will love it, because people seem to radiate towards stuff that I think is ugly. So I was always like, well, if I ever go into business, I'm just making ugly shit because it'll sell like hotcakes. We are always so hard on ourselves for our own stuff. Yeah. Artists and are definitely their own worst critic. Yeah. Okay, GG. So, which is why I always say that you should embrace the imperfections. It makes it unique. It makes it part of you. Now, there are things that you do have to fix. Like if you skip a bead and you've got this big gaping hole in the middle of your work, yeah, you need to fix that shit because it doesn't look good. But if it's just something simple, you misstitched it or whatever, and it's not hugely noticeable, leave the imperfection in. It's fine, But we all have to work in our own ways. That's part of being artistic. So, my neighbors are out making a lot of noise again. Yeah, sometimes you do have to walk away. I had a ring that I was making, and I was making it following a tutorial, and I I didn't keep the heat on long enough for the solder to flow correctly, and the whole ring got all jacked up. I have to actually unsolder it and redo it because all the components are correct. It just putting it together sucked, and it looked horrible. I mean, it's not even wearable because the solder joints are not very secure, and the solder all looks like sand because it didn't flow completely like it should. I took the heat off too soon, and I actually posted it in my Facebook group, in the Beaducation group, to show that everybody makes mistakes and that it's either fixable or you scrap it and use it for something else. But the ring doesn't need to be scrapped. It just needs to be unsoldered, cleaned up, and redone. Yeah, it's hard though. It's so hard to leave the imperfections, And sometimes you get so frustrated with something, you just have to walk away. If something's not coming out the way you want it to, and you just, you're overthinking it, you're overdoing it, and you're just getting so frustrated with it, you're ready to throw it, time to put it down and leave it for later. What kind of material do you use, Darlene, when you do the beadwork? Do you use like Ada cloth or just regular fabric? I've actually had to do that with video games too. Walk away and leave it alone because it would be irritating me so bad that I couldn't get through a certain spot that I've just been like, nope, and walked away. And I'll go back to it a couple days later and get through it on the first try, and I'll be like, well, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've never done massive beadwork on the scale that you do. You do that on cardboard, really? Wow. Huh. That must be a pain in the ass to get a needle through. Hmm. Nice though. Yeah, I've done like small bags and things. Like I did a tarot card bag that I did beadwork on. And I didn't have my sewing machine at the time, so I actually hand sewed the bag too. It came out horrible. Rhonda. Oh, okay. Yeah, the foam. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I can't run it. When I'm ready to throw the controller at my TV, I know that my patience is gone. I'm done, and I have to walk away from it. Yeah, like the foam board. I got it. Yeah, that makes more sense. So I didn't know if you did it on like the stiffer Ada cloth or like felt or. Rhonda, nobody wanted to talk religion with me, so now we're talking about crafts. I got my stones from Sandy, so that's what started off crafting. Because I cannot wait to make things with my opals and my labradorite. Oh my god, they are so much more gorgeous in person. Even my mom could see the flash on the labradorite and the opals. She was like, "Oh, those are pretty." I'm like, "Those are mine." Right. Yeah. No, TG, I don't. Foam board, beads on a string. It has been. I love talking about crafts. I do. It's okay. Yeah. Sometimes when something is frustrating you so bad, you get blocked, and the solution is right in front of you. Just like with gaming, you know, um, the solution is right there, but you're not seeing it because you're just so frustrated. So you walk away, you reset, you come back, and boom, solution. It's kind of like writer's block. Bonnie got pretty new paper yesterday. Do you use scrapbook or something, or what do you do, Bonnie? What do you make? I know you said you were working on a book. Do you make like scrapbooks or journals? Or a friend of mine makes journals. They're absolutely amazing. I would have no use for one, but I still want one. Hey, Robin. Oh, I'm being serenaded by chihuahuas again. I feel that way about beads and stones, Bonnie. Yeah, but what kind of books? I know, Rana, but I was trying to come up with a conversation people would actually talk about, and it didn't work. Oh, nice. I've made cards. I made Christmas cards for everybody in my family one year because I have embossing powder and rubber stamps and the embossing ink and a heat gun. And I made everybody Christmas cards. Everybody loved them. It was a lot of work. It was a pain in the ass, but like scrapbooks on crack. Nice. Nice. Oh, Rhonda, these stones are absolutely gorgeous. And my mom was impressed. She's like, "Ooh." And I put the labradorite in her hand. I wasn't trusting her with the opals. I put the labradorite in her hand, and she like tilted her hand a little bit, and the sunlight hit it. Holy crap! I thought it was going to blind both of us. She was like, "Wow." I was like, "I know, right?" She goes, "How much did you pay for that?" And I was like, "I think that one was 20." She's like, "That's it?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." She didn't even blink when I told her I spent 25 on one of the opals and 35 on the other opal, which is weird because normally she would be all freaked out. But I had already told her that someone had sent me the money so I could bid on something at the auction. So then I had to explain to her what a auction was because she thought I said something else and she was horrified. My mother's a little prudish. That would be awesome, Robin. I will not have the money for that. But I will still be there drooling over everything and probably crying tears of sadness that I can't get anything. But then I'll just look at the things I got in the last one and be fine. Yeah, the two opals are definitely mine. I'll show everybody, of course, the rings that I make with them. But the labradorite, teardrop labradorite, I will probably set in a ring and probably put that up for sale. I do have. I was saying earlier, I have 4 other labradorite cabochons that I actually took a chance and I bought them on Amazon, and 3 out of the 4 have really nice flash. One is kind of a dud for flash. It's still a nice, labradorite, just doesn't have the flash on it. It has one little spot that flashes, that's it. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I didn't pay all that much for them, so I wasn't overly disappointed. And they're a good size, and they're square, so that's different. And so labradorites, I don't own any jewelry with a labradorite on it, but like I said, if I keep that theory where I have to have one of every stone for my own collection in jewelry, I will have way too much jewelry. So, but the opals are definitely mine. Mine. I love Australian opal, and this is the only way I'd ever be able to afford them. So, yeah, that shit's mine. Call me greedy. I don't give a damn. They're still mine. I am going to have to be careful with the white one, though. The one that I actually got at the auction. The other 2 stones I got at the after auction. But the one that I got, the white Australian opal that I got from Sandy at the auction, it's very thin. It doesn't have the schist on the back of it. For some reason, they took the backing off it, but it's very thin, so I had to be really careful when I set that. I don't want to crack it. And I'm going to have to file down my bezel wire because otherwise it'll cover up the entire stone, and that would kind of be pointless. I'll figure it out. We'll make something pretty with it, though. I can't wait. Now, that auction was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. And I think it was more fun for me this time because somebody actually sent me money so I could bid on some things if I wanted them. Because usually I'm like, oh, I want that, and I can't get them, and I'm like, oh, it's very depressing for me. But sometimes it's worth going through that. So I will suffer through it the next one. Oh, great. We're going to prolong your agony, Kodi. This one's going to be longer. It's good, though, that they're so popular. It actually makes me happy that so many people are getting those stones and that stones are calling to people and they're learning about them, because stones come from the earth and we should all learn about the earth, even if it's only one little area of it, like, the pretty things that come out of it. Because the more you appreciate the planet, the more you're willing to help save it, and do right by her. They are, Bonnie. They are very pretty. And I mean, nobody will ever, like Rhonda had said, you can spend a lifetime learning about rocks. You're never going to learn about all of them. Because they keep finding new ones. But yeah, I mean, they're amazing that such beautiful things can come out of the dirt, and that nature is what created them. Heat and cold and age and just sitting and, I mean, think about it. Amber, though not a stone, is something that's beautiful and it's absolutely amazing in jewelry. And it can be from 30 to 90 million years old. And it's like having a little piece of history trapped inside something that you can put in a piece of jewelry, It's Earth history. And it's just amazing. Makes you feel very small in a very big world, So, and I mean, the different atmospheric conditions and different things that happen in different places on the planet are what create the different stones. It's just everything different happens. And yet there's also the same thing that happens, Yeah, mosquitoes, flies, little bugs, all kinds of stuff get, dirt, leaves, everything gets trapped in amber because it's on trees. Evergreen trees, for the most part. And no, you don't have to know about them unless you want to. Appreciating them is enough. It is. And there are plenty of people that know about stones you can always ask, or you can look it up. I mean, there are ways to look things up online that, hell, about a quarter of the time I have to look things up because I don't know everything there is to know about rocks. And I've been dealing with crystals and rocks since I was 16, and I'm 52 now, and I still have to look shit up. You know what I mean? So, and I have no problem with that, and I have no problem with admitting it. And there are sometimes I second guess myself. I'll see something, I'm like, I think that's, and I'll be like, hold on, and I'll go double check it and confirm it, and yeah. That's pretty cool, Robin. She likes paper. That'd be pretty cool. It's too bad you couldn't take that to somebody like who deals with cryptozoologist is somebody that deals with mythical creatures. Is it paleontologist? That's plant life, I think. I don't know. It's too bad you couldn't take that to somebody and see if they could identify it for you. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I won't buy from anybody that hey designs. I won't buy from anybody that says they know everything about something either. Because nobody knows. Even gemologists don't know everything about stones. And there are different aspects of knowing about a stone too. Because you can know about a stone where it's from, what its composition is, what its hardness is, how valuable it is, how rare it is. And then there's metaphysical properties that, pagans and New Age people that are attached to those stones for their vibrations. And that's a whole different aspect of stones. So a lot of people don't believe in that at all, which is fine. So there's, and you can just say, oh, it's pretty. It's fine, It could, Robin. It could. Don't send it anywhere. Make sure you walk it into wherever it is and walk out with it. Hey, Susie. Oh, yeah. Well, there's got to be some. Well, I won't say there's got to be some place near you, but is there a college or anything near you that there might be somebody there that could help you out with that? Entomologist. That was the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Cool, Bonnie. It's possible. The Science Museum is there. I agree. Being pretty is a criteria. But see, pretty is in the eye of the beholder because a lot of people like stones that I don't find overly attractive. I'm not overly drawn to anything pink. I think it's that redhead thing again. I'm just not a pink person. I don't mind working with it and I don't mind handling it or selling it, but wearing it is a totally different thing. So some people might think that rose quartz is the bomb. I think it's pretty, but I could take it either way. Amethyst, on the other hand, I'll slap you for a piece of amethyst. And some people don't like purple, so they're not attracted. It's all in how you feel about a stone. It's not everyone's. Yeah, I love labradorite. But like I said, I'm willing to the pieces that I have, the cabochons that I have, the labradorite cabochons. I'm going to be making those into jewelry pieces that I'll sell. Now my opals, on the other hand, those are staying with me. I'm going to make myself pretty things with that. Especially as I know at least one of them is Australian opal. So I'm not really sure. I can't remember if she said the other one was Australian or Ethiopian, or if she said it all. I just saw opal and it was bluish purple, and I was like, give me that. You could also, if there was a way to take a picture of it, Robin, you could also send a picture because you definitely don't want them drilling into your amber, for a DNA sample or anything. Yeah, I love amethyst. Robin, how did I know you were going to say something like that? I love you, Robin. Oh, you would absolutely traumatize my mom. I traumatized my mom. It's so hard sometimes with the things that my mom says that I'm like, because my mom just would be like, "What?" Oh, nice. I love opals. I do. Yeah, Robin, definitely. I've always been very drawn to amethyst. And opals were one of John's favorite stones that he wanted to give me. He didn't want opals for himself. I think he felt that they were too feminine. But he kept saying, I'm going to get you a fire opal. I'm going to get you a fire opal. I love Australian opals. Um, and he did give me his mom's opal, which he said was fire opal, but it's not. It's a blue green flash. It is a black opal, but it's so thin, and I actually broke off an edge of it handling it, so I don't touch it anymore. And I definitely can't set it because it's so brittle. They didn't leave enough of the schist on the back of it to make it secure, but it's really beautiful. It's in a little display box. It's the only decent thing besides John that came from his mother. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with the fire opals from Mexico because a lot of them are fake, and they're good fakes. But a genuine fire opal, an authentic fire opal from Mexico is gorgeous. You don't talk like that in front of moms? Okay. I try not to, but sometimes I'll say something, I'll be like, oh shit. And then I'll realize my mom didn't understand it anyway, so I'm good. Yeah. See, again, the fire opals, Australian fire opals are the most expensive opals on the planet. Um, and they're actually not my thing because I don't really like red and orange and yellow. My favorite are the purple and blue ones, which are the least expensive, which works in my favor if I ever have money. Because even those are too expensive for me to usually afford, which is why when Sandy had them come up on auction and she was like, and this one's Australian, and she was asking $25, buy it now. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I had my now in before she did the thing and I had to wait. I was like, no, give it to me. Nobody take that. I love sugilite. Sugilite, however you want to pronounce it. I like fluorite too because of the purple and green combination. Rhonda, just say that you love them all. You're covered. I pretty much love any purple stone. What is it? The one I can never remember the name of it, but I'm going to look it up and see if I can remember it. Don't mind my silence, Alexandrite. That was it. I love Alexandrite. because it changes color. Depending on the light that you're in, will depend on the color of your stone, which I think is absolutely amazing. Oh, there's also a color changing garnet, which I didn't know. I just learned something new. What do you know? Displays a deep green or blue-green under natural light and red or purple under incandescent light. Nice. I probably can't afford that either. I know I can't afford Alexandrite, but I love the color changing stones, especially if they have like a purple. At least one of the colors is purple. I know she will, but I always said sugalite, and then what did she say? Sugalite? Yeah. Actually, let's see.
Sodulite.
Okay. Well, that's different than either of us, but that's apparently how you're supposed to pronounce it is sodulite. So there. Nope. Sodulite. Like S-O, but there's no O. I don't know. That's what the thing just said.
Sodulite.
Sodulite. Sodulite. Yep. All right, I got it. Jeez, woman, calm down. Cool your tits. Tell your party tits, calm down. Yeah, I love color changing stones. I actually have mood beads, like mood rings. I have mood beads. I haven't used them in anything yet, but I have them. Yeah. Well, I know I can't afford Alexandrite because it's only found in one place, and they haven't mined any in a while. So it's up there on the rare list. It's only found in Alexandria, Russia, somewhere. Or somewhere in Russia, named after Tsar Alexander, King of whatever. I am calm, promise. Okay. But yeah, I tend to have caviar tastes on a welfare budget. I love really expensive things and can't afford any of them, so. And then you can put 20 things in front of me and tell me to pick out which one I like the best, and I can guarantee you it'll be one of the most expensive things. And nothing will have prices on it, or values on it. Throw a bunch of rocks in front of me and say, here, pick the one you like, and I'll pick one that's hugely expensive. Just because I like it. I don't know. I was meant to be rich, damn it. Something went wrong. Probably has something to do with a man. No offense. And think about it. Can you only imagine what kind of stones are on other planets? Because their atmospheric conditions were different and the planet evolved different. So can you imagine how many gorgeous stones there must be on other planets? It's just, I'm gonna go rock hounding on other planets. I don't care about indigenous life or any of that shit. I just want your rocks, man. Take me to your rocks. I mean, especially planets that have like really high pressure, because pressure can cause the creation of different kinds of gemstones. So, I don't know. I just think that would be cool. Have you seen that commercial they have now for diamonds? It's like, this is our life. And they show this rich bitch running around on a yacht and like a Maserati and all this shit talking about diamonds. It's like, I do not want to see some rich bitch driving around dripping in diamonds. What the fuck? So that tells me only rich people can afford them. So what's the point? Moon rocks look like lava, yeah. But the moon's not a planet, it's a moon. So and technically they've only seen the rocks on the surface of the moon. You don't know what's in the middle. For all we know, the moon could be hollow. Whole little space station going on there with, you know, aliens spying on us and shit. There goes my conspiracy theory nuts. We'll go crazy over that one. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it too. What do we usually get? Like a 1%? I don't know. I think the last time I got like $11. I'm like, wow, I'm living large now. Sign me up for lobster and caviar. Yeah, this is my life. Cut to Goodwill and Walmart. Yeah. I mean, it's such a pretentious commercial. It is amazing. And I'm like, what in the hell? You know? Well, that's cool, Bonnie. I live about 20 minutes away from an amethyst mine. It's surface mining. It's not like a cave or anything, or drilling or any blowing things up. They use a bulldozer and overturn the earth and everything. I actually have an amethyst from there. My son went there on a field trip, and he brought me home a piece of amethyst. Hi, Blue, my Stitchy Witch. So yeah, I have a piece of amethyst from the amethyst mine close to me. I probably would not be able to maneuver there now because it's all dirt and all that. So I would have a really rough time getting through there. So I'm a little upset that I didn't go there when I could. But you've never been to the diamond mine? Do they let people mine there, or is it just for like private use? Susie, yeah. Well, the amethyst mine here, you pay a certain amount and you can go in there for the whole day, and you get to keep whatever you find. Yeah, and it's best to go. It's really good to go right after it rains, because the rain washes dirt away from anything that's stuck on the surface, and you can just walk through and pluck amethyst out of the ground. I watched the crystal collector at the Herkimer Diamond Mines. I watched his video when he was there, and the crystals that come out of there are absolutely amazing. They're so clear, and if you really get into it and start hacking through all the really hard rocks and everything, you can find some that literally look exactly like diamonds, like pre-cut, already done diamonds finished. Hey, badass. Hey. Oh, you can mine. That's cool. I know there are a few things. I think the crystal collector went to the Arkansas diamond mine too. I think he was in there. You pay a certain amount, you can get your diamonds graded if you find anything. and they'll actually buy them from you if you want to sell them, if you get anything decent. So I think those places are cool. It's a lot of work though. The amethyst mine here has smoky quartz. It has amethyst, and there was another stone it's rare to find them, but they do have them in there, and I can't remember which one it is. The amethyst is the most predominant, but the people come out of there with huge smoky quartz. I mean, clusters of amethyst and smoky quartz. It's amazing. Oh yeah, you can go to the Herkimer mine and mine these, dig for Herkimers yourself. Yep. And I think it's funny that crystals got the labeling of diamonds. It's because they're so similar in appearance and they're so clear. They're beautiful. Herkimer diamonds are absolutely beautiful crystals. I love watching the crystal collector. I love when he goes to different places. And I think he has the most fun at the topaz mines because they blow shit up there. They blow up the side of the mountain, which in retrospect, I mean, you're destroying a mountain, which it's not good, but, then he goes and chips a dog, really? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm going to take your damn collar off. And then chips away at the big slabs that come off the mountain and pulls out all these little tiny topazes. It's pretty cool. Well, yeah, they have mines all over the place for all kinds of gemstones. But the Herkimer mines are the only place you'll find Herkimer diamonds, which is pretty cool. The crystals are only found there in that quality. Yeah, it was a dog. She was scratching and hitting her collar, hitting the plastic part of her collar. Well, we all know I'm into making weird noises. But no, that was the puppers. That was my Simmy. Who's now looking at me like I owe her money and wagging her tail. Silly dog. So, so how's everything going with you, Blue? It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna call you Blue because you're my Blue. Back in the old AOL days. Take a spot and lay down, will you? Thank you. Vacation, woohoo! Vacation is good. I need a vacation from my vacation. Yay. I would just like to get the hell out of my house for just a little while. Even sit on my porch would be nice, but I'm afraid I won't be able to get back in the house over the door jam. So, and I mean, I could do it when my mom was here, but, aw, well, you will always be my Blue. I love that AOL screen name. Her screen name was Blue Moon Magic, and I love that screen name. So she's my Blue. Oh, you started your new store? That's cool. That's exciting. Hopefully things will be all right. Damn, Darlene, you're a mad woman. You go, girl. Rhonda, you should go rock hounding and get your own Blue Moon Magic 42. That's right. Don't forget the 42. Well, man, sorry. You should go rock hounding, Rhonda. Find your own stones. That'd be cool. Then you can show everybody what you got. Look what I found. Yeah, so I did get my cabochons from Sandy. I haven't gotten the bear fetish piece yet. That Susanna bought me, that she got from Sandy and told her to send to me. I haven't gotten that yet, but I did get the stones, so that's cool. And I'm very excited over those. Very, very excited. And after hurting my back and not being able to do the things I had planned to do, it did give me that uplift and positivity that I needed, you know? So it was, and I didn't even know they were here. My mom brought my mail in, so I don't know how long they've been in the mailbox. I'm just glad nobody stole them. I would have cried. For real, ugly cried. But she brought them in, and after I hacked through all the tape and the bubble wrap. Kudos to Sandy for her packing, man. There was no, you could have, like I said, you could have played hacky sack with these things. You could have played soccer with this little package and none of those stones would have gotten damaged. She wrapped them awesome. It was amazing. My mom's like, what are you doing? I'm like, trying to get to my stones. I'm about ready to chew through this stuff. So, yeah. But when I get my little bear thing that Susanna got me, I'm going to put that on my table my crafting table. Well, it will be somewhere in my craft room. Because bears. I love bears. Yeah, Darlene, that cross is coming out really, really nice. That was Ryan or Kent. No, it was Sandy. Well, it was Sandy that showed it. The little bear thing with the fetishes on it. Because she was doing the auction with Susanna. Might have belonged to one of them. I don't know. But Susanna made my day, seriously, when she got that and said send it to Kodi. I was like, oh my God. I was crying. Happy tears. Happy. I'm like, bears. I love bears. They're my jam. They're Sandy's jam, too. Sandy's spirit thing is there, too. How's Gianna doing? Last I heard is that she was on her way to the hospital way back. Oh, the shipping and packaging. Oh, okay. Well, kudos to whoever packed it, because that was so secure that nothing was going to damage that. Not man nor beast could have damaged it. I mean, I could barely get through it. I had to take the scissors, and there was no way to save the bubble wrap because it was just completely encased in tape. It was like 18 layers of bubble wrap around 3 tiny cabochons. They were all in their own bags, which I destroyed 2 of the bags, cutting through everything. Yeah, so it was an awesome packing job. It was, even if it was frustrating to get into. It was. I mean, I'm really glad that they took that time to protect them. You know, so kudos to them. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Because when Susan came in and said that Gianna had a heart attack and was on her way to the hospital, I was like, oh no. I'm glad that it was a rumor. Is that like one of those celebrity death things? Why would someone do that? Well, anyway, I'm glad she's okay. And I'm glad Sandy's procedure went fine and that she's doing well. It's scary these days. He a beast, yep. I love Kent. Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you. I mean, the cabochons are not that big. The labradorite is a pretty good size, but the two amethysts are very small. And this thing was wrapped in so much bubble wrap and tape, it was almost the size of my fist. And there was just no way any damage was coming to anything that was in the middle of that. It was amazing. My mom was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "My stones, I can't get to them." Where's my torch? Oh no, hotness. I hope it comes out negative. Tell Bug I put him on my candle. Yeah, they do. But I mean, how can you miscommunicate? Someone had a heart attack and had to go to the hospital. It's kind of an interesting miscommunication. Whatever. I'm just glad it was not correct information. You know, things happen like that in the world. Period. Any kind of communication can be misunderstood, or get screwed up, or made up, or whatever. You know. This is why punctuation is so important. I'd have chewed through that shit by now. Stones won't stay wrapped for long around here. I had one day, it was during the first stimulus when I kind of went nuts at auctions, and I had like 4 or 5 packages coming in one day, and they were all arriving at different times. So I waited until I got them all, and they all came in different colored bubble mailers. So it looked like fucking Christmas in my room. It was awesome, and it felt like Christmas because I got all kinds of goodies. John was just shaking his head at me like, "Oh, you're so weird." Of course, John thought it was weird anyway. Thank you, Blue. See, I am weird. I don't mind that. I embrace it. It's fun to be weird. We are the weirdos, mister. Yeah, I love weird too. Like I said, a little bit of crazy, a little bit of weird is good. When you're full out wackadoodle, then there's a problem. Don't get all psycho out of control, you know. I had a friend of mine tell me that women have an extra crazy gene. I'm like, yes, well, we need that extra crazy gene to deal with men's extra stupid gene. Because he was an idiot, so. He thought it was being all clever and shit. That backfired on him. Weird is good. Being like everybody else is boring. Why would you want to be like everybody else? No. Individuality, self-expressionism, uniqueness. You're unique, just like everybody else, you know? Bonnie. Wait until tomorrow, dude. Bring a forklift. My mom was like, "Don't you have anybody that brings your mail in?" I'm like, "No." I mean, if I see my neighbor outside and I know the mail's already come, then yeah, I can ask him and he would probably bring it to me. Any of them would. You know, the guys that help me out. But I'm not out there when they're out there 9 times out of 10, and usually all I get is junk mail. Like if I had known Sandy's package was out there, I would have definitely asked my neighbor. I mean, hell, I saw him yesterday. I would have definitely asked him to grab my mail for me. But if I don't know what's coming, because I didn't get anything on my informed delivery for it to show up. So it's kind of weird. But if I know there's a package out there, I ask them. But if it's just junk mail, who cares, you know? Anything that has a return envelope in it can stay out there because they just want money that I don't have. So let's see. We covered aliens and sort of covered religion. I don't know. Rhonda, pick a topic. And go. Bonnie, tell him to take the big truck that day. He's gonna have another truck following behind him just with your stuff in it. You miss the aliens? Well, it was just somebody. Papa Smurf said he wanted to talk about aliens, and earlier this morning we had a kind of brief touch on aliens, and someone, the channel owner actually said that she wouldn't be surprised if life existed on other planets, because since God created all life on Earth, why wouldn't he create it on other planets? Which, of course, I said, well, well, yeah, we got into a bit of controversy with somebody that was in the chat, and she shut the subject down because she doesn't like any controversy in our morning shows, which is completely understandable, and I have no problem with that. She didn't want anybody to start fighting, which, as you know, religion can cause angry discussion. It wasn't angry. It didn't get angry. We were all fine, but she didn't want it to get to that level, so she shut it down. So, as I felt it was a bit of hubris to think that the Christian God is the one that created everything. But in their religion, he is. So that's perfectly understandable for her to believe that way. And for the person in the chat that was making a point of making their belief system known. But it only applies to their belief system, not to everybody else, and probably not to the aliens. So personally, I think we were all dropped off here from another planet as an experiment. I think that we all come from a planet named Heaven, and the ship was named Jesus. You know what I mean? Bam, there you go. Yeah, see? You thought aliens created us. I'm telling you. We were some alien teenager science experiment. And it's gone totally out of control. With the mistakes that were sent off world, right? You wondered what happened to all the kids' volcanoes. Well, now you know. Well, I mean, if you think about it, the theory could apply. If there was a planet named Heaven, and the ship was named Jesus, and we were dropped off here, then we'd be waiting for Jesus to come back, right? To take us home to heaven. Think about it. Huh, mind blown. Yep, galaxies can be very, very big or very, very small. And Pluto is still a planet, damn it, dwarf or not. It deserves to be called a planet. Poor Pluto. So, I mean, I have seen it as ship, a UFO. I've seen the lights. I didn't actually see the ship, but I saw the lights. And it maneuvered in a way that nothing on this planet has ever maneuvered, so, except with special effects. So, I know that there is life outside of this planet, and I have no problem believing that they're here, that they're observing, that they really don't want anything to do with the idiots that we, I mean, think about it. To them, with such an advanced system, we would seem pretty primitive. So why would they bother? Just be glad they don't want to take us all as slaves. We're good. Yep. You ever get that feeling you're being watched? Well, you might be. It's not paranoia if it's true. But given the bad rep that most alien movies give to aliens, why would anyone from another system want to make themselves known to us with the stigma that is already associated with things from other planets? I'd be seriously afraid of complete persecution as soon as it was known that I wasn't from this planet. You'd end up in a government science lab for the rest of your life with them poking and prodding at you. Stuck in Area 51 or some shit. So yeah, I'd be a little leery about making my presence known too. And there's that whole original Star Trek theory where they knew that other beings from other planets knew we were here. They observed us. They watched our planet to see its advancements, but they wouldn't actually make their presence known until we had free space flight capabilities. And right now we don't. We can't even get out of our own system. Hell, we can't even get to the farthest planet. So there's got to be some kind of rules and criteria, And of course, there are always the rule breakers, which is why you have stories of alien abductions and weird things when they get too close and they get spotted. But to close yourself off to the possibility of there being life on other planets seems silly to me. Yeah, ugly bags of mostly water. Yeah, how do these things function? I guess I have a hard time understanding anybody that doesn't think that it's at least a possibility, because it's just a huge amount of hubris to think that we're the only planet that has any life on it. That's ridiculous. Because just about every star is a sun that has planets. So in all those gajillions of planets, there's no other life anywhere of any kind? Come on. That's ridiculous. But yeah, that's just me. I'd like them to share their medical technology, though, because I'm sure they have a way to regrow my leg. That would be nice. Okay, Bonnie. Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't think it's so much that we wouldn't recognize something. I mean, you would definitely recognize something from another planet that didn't belong here. But I think that they are advanced technology enough that they can disguise it. They can disguise. They can make themselves look like us, or they can just make themselves. They can cloak themselves so that we don't know they're here. Right? Medical advancements. They've got to be more medically advanced than we are. I mean, they can't just have concentrated on space travel. You know what I mean? Because you have to have if you're doing long-term space flight, you would have to have medical devices and situations on your ship that could heal just about everything. So they have to have medical advancements that could help. Share. Aliens, if you're listening, share with us because we're fucked. But then we'd have to have something to offer them, and I don't see where we have anything that would benefit another planet. And humans are so warlike that, as a whole, humans are so ready to go to battle and go to war and fight over everything that adding that to an already existing system of planets or group or even just one planet would not be something. I wouldn't want that for my planet. I wouldn't be like, hey, look at those bunch of assholes down there. They're ready to fight over a fucking sandwich. Let's add them to our collective. I would be like, nope. You know what I mean? Who needs that kind of bullshit? But one of the funnest books I've read about alien life and things like that is Pern. It's called Pern. No. Planet of the Dinosaurs. Pern was the dragon books. But it's Anne McCafferty, and they're on a spaceship. It's a exploration ship, and they're discovering other planets. And they come across a planet that was classified as a certain thing. And so they land, and they're doing, surveys and things like that. And they run into dinosaurs, like literally the same dinosaurs that we have recorded here on Earth. And they're kind of like, how could the same creatures be on this planet? And there are aliens that they deal with that in their everyday life, humans deal with them, that they look like living rocks. And as they age, they get bigger, and they're very slow. Like, their conversations can take hours just to say a couple of words. But as they get older, they get bigger, and eventually they turn into mountains. And then they can't move off planet anymore because ships aren't big enough. But what they did was, as kind of an experiment, is they took animals and plant life from Earth and created a planetary zoo. So they basically pulled a Jurassic Park only with an entire planet, and they didn't recreate the dinosaurs. They took some of the originals. And there's one race of aliens that work with the humans that go kind of primal and start hunting. Now, everybody is a vegetarian. They all eat processed food on ships, things like that are plant-based. So they're all basically vegetarians until this happens. And then they start hunting and go all primal and get all warlike. And it's really weird. But it's a really interesting theory that aliens could have taken animals, plant life, different specimens off of our planet and put them somewhere else. Or we could be the planet that they created that way. You know what I mean? Possibilities are amazing. Her Dragon series, her Dragons of Pern series was good too. Her son took over the series when she died, and I don't know, his writing is very similar, but it doesn't have that same zing that hers did. So I don't really enjoy the last few books that he wrote. But the first few books of the Pern series, and amazingly enough, it's an entire series of books that does not have sex scenes in it. And I still like the books. So, I don't only read porn. Oh, I'm sorry. What do we have to classify it for, Victoria? Erotica. I read other stuff too occasionally. Unfortunately, all my Pern books got left in fucking North Carolina. I will eventually replace them, but I had the whole series. And I let someone borrow them, and she never gave them back. So I kept her J.R. Ward books. Tit for tat, bitch. You keep my books, I'm keeping yours. Those were erotica. J.R. Ward, hot and steamy, man. Whew, that woman can write. I've often wondered, with authors that write really detailed sex scenes in their books, are these things they've actually done, or are these just things in their imagination that they want to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. Makes you go, People don't like talking about authors or aliens. I lost all my viewers. I only have 5 people here now. Oh well. Bye. I probably won't go too much longer unless more people pop in and something exciting happens. Somebody got to give me another topic, because obviously this one's going over like, burping at church. Or my dad snoring, which did happen a few times. Probably both, yeah. Oh, it's okay, Darlene. Don't worry about it. I know you're working hard. Yeah, me too, Rhonda. That's why I tell people, don't ask me how I know what all those things that Amber shows are unless you really want to know the answer. Trust me, there are some things you do not want to know about me. I see how it is, Blue. Hey, I could be playing my Merge Dragon game right now, but no, I'm talking to you guys. Merge Dragons is addicting. The dragons are so cute. I got a little kitty cat dragon the other day. He's so cute. And I have a Shiba dragon. It looks like a little puppy. It's so adorable. I also have a Jester dragon. I got that specifically for John, because John loved jesters and jester hats. I actually made him a penguin with a jester hat out of polymer clay for part of his penguin army. I told him that the jester penguin was the comedy relief. Yep. I made him one with a little military helmet, and I made another one with snowballs. Do you? I love Merge Dragons. I tried to play it on my computer. I got what is it called? I got this converter thing. It's BlueStacks 5, and oh, I didn't mean to make you close the page. But it's BlueStacks 5, and you're supposed to be able to play any like phone app game on your laptop, but this laptop apparently does not have enough power to play it correctly, and it took forever. And the screen wouldn't shrink. On your phone, you can enlarge it, you zoom in and zoom out. I couldn't do that on the laptop, and it was really annoying because it took twice as long to move everything, to move the screen around to where I needed it. So I stopped playing it on the laptop. But yeah, I play it on the phone. Let's see I don't even remember what level I'm on now. Because there's dragon power and then there's your level. God, I messed with my phone because I was showing my mom stuff on my phone. Let's see, I'm at level 408. But I only have dragon power of 736. Because, I don't spend money on it. So, because I could spend money and buy the dragon gems, the purple gems, but they don't give you those damn purple stars enough. And everything costs purple stars if you want to advance quickly. But I love my little moon dragon too. I have a little moon dragon. I have cat dragon, rising sun. I have a ghastly dragon. I have a jester dragon, Zeus dragon, Zen dragon, sun dragon, my Shiba dragon, Chrono. I have a Pegasus. He's cute. Little tiny Pegasus. Butterfly, Life, Wise, Cosmos, Tribal, Gargoyle, Nature, and then I have the regular common ones. Crimson Grass, Rock, Green, Spotted, Sharp, Golem, Rocks, and Toadstool. But the first few that I read, those are mostly specialty ones that you can only get through the daily thing, like when you collect your daily. My level is 408, and my dragon power is at 736. I've only been playing it for like 2 months, so I love the little moon dragon eggs because it has the sun, moon, and then the little egg circles around it. It's so cute. So cute. Since I opened it, I might as well build my dragon homes that I paid bricks for. But yeah, I need one more chrono egg to get another chrono dragon. I need 2 more Pegasus eggs. I need a tribal egg, blah, 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 which eventually I'll come across. Right now I only have 6 dragon gems, so I can't buy any nests. Holy shit. Heart. Where's that? I don't see a heart on here. Where do you find the heart reading? Or is that when you go back to your home base that so much out of so many? I think mine's at like 200 and something. It's almost 300. My score right now is 3,948,069 and 69. Like I said, I've only been playing it for like 2 months. So what I'm trying to do is build up those stupid bushes, because then you can get the old the piece of the dragon castle, and you tap the shit out of that and it gives you eggs and stuff. So completed all the stages. Yeah, I can't do some of the stars because you have to open egg chests, and I don't have. Yeah, when you click your camp, I don't have the dragon gems to be able to open them, so I just sell them right now. Now I did look up to see. I looked on YouTube to see how to get more dragon gems, and all it said is save your stars, because if you don't click on the star during your when you're in your world and you do the different challenges, if you get a purple star and you don't click it, it will go into the free things that you can click on to bring back to camp. And I did that for like 4 of them, and then combined them, and then clicked on them, and I got like 14 or 15 dragon gems points. But I think I've gotten 1 since then. So, and I found cheat codes and I put those in, and it didn't do a damn bit of good. I still didn't get any more. So, unless I pay money for the dragon gems, yeah. Let's see, what are my current challenges right now? My little stars over here. Merge 5 seeds of the prism flower at once. I've done 4 out of 16 of that. Tap a mystery nest, Tanzanite, which I can't get because unless I, heal land and they're on there, I can't get them because I don't have any gems. And they want me to do that 5 times. Hello? And open more egg chests. I've done 1. And I'm supposed to do 2. So, I mean, you can skip them, but you have to spend the dragon gems to do it, and I don't want to do that. So, I'm not overly concerned about the stars at this point. The girl that I was watching for the little hints on how to combine things. Oh, really? Because I've done Grimshire levels. Have I gotten to that yet? I'm stuck right now on one of the challenges. I can't get past it. I keep running out of time, and it's frustrating. So, Grimshire. Got Drakeshire, Totemshire. Should be wearing my glasses for this. Summit. Foothills. Dreadmarsh. Shrumia. That was fun. Have you found the secret levels that they have? The little secret ones? Here. Zomblin. This is killing my eyes looking at this without my glasses on. Yeah, I haven't gotten to Grimshire yet. And I cannot get past the Biterline. I cannot get past that damn challenge. It's pissing me off. So I've been redoing one of the secret levels. Right now I have to beat it 9 times. And I get an egg nest on the last time I complete it. It's challenge 20 that I can't get past. That's really irritating. So I've been redoing Secret Totem Grid. And I have 4 out of 9 wins, so I have to play it 5 more times and I get a dragon nest. An egg nest. And it only costs 1 of the goblets to play it, so it just takes a really long time to get through it. Yeah, see, I haven't gotten to those yet. And I won't be able to do yeah. The secret ones are kind of cool because it's just kind of like, oh, this is just so you collect shit, you know? One of them you had to put at the end you have to put 5 things together to get 2 of something, and my finger kept slipping and I kept hitting it, so I'd only combine 3 and then I'd have 2 left of what I was supposed to combine. I'm like, can't do anything with it, so I just had to exit out and I wouldn't get anything for doing all the work, and it pissed me off so bad because I kept miscalculating it. It was really irritating because I have fat fingers, so it's hard to line stuff up, but I have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, I got the cat dragon from the last thing that just ended. Let's see. Oh, there's my heart thing. I have 309 out of 536. The last event thing they just had. Yeah, you've been playing a long time. Oh, look at that. My little friend just showed up. 2 lawn grass, and I get 3 young fruit trees. These fruit trees drive me crazy. Well, I can give you 1 because I only have 1. That's easy to fix, though. Let's see. Go in here. Little chest thing. Bricks, mushroom, water, and grass. Get one of those. Monster chest thingies. They usually have that stupid grass in them. And look at that. It does, but it's not the right kind. God damn it. Apparently, it has to be level 2. So I got 1 grass and mushrooms. I don't need freaking mushrooms, damn it. See what you did? Sub to Toasted Gamer Boutique if you're not. She's the best. I think she's the one I watched. Does she have all kinds of little bubbles all around her stuff that she like has no room left on her grid? Kaya. Yeah, I think that's the one I watched. The person that I watched has, I mean, almost all her land covered with stuff, plus she's got a gajillion bubbles all around the outside of the land. And I'm like, what's the point of having all that stuff if you're not using it? I don't get it. But Maybe that's just me. Right. Well, crap, I'm out of bricks. No, I'm not. Yeah, so it was her. Hi, Irene. I like the way she talks too. It's not like she's lecturing or anything. She has an easy flow with the way she gives you tips and things. Your camp looks like that too. I don't know. I like to be organized. Like I like have. I don't know. I want it to be like a little village type of thing with the orchard in one spot and the eggs in another spot and the little homes and the little almost like a little village setup. Well, I know I'm going to run out of room eventually. It's just going to take me a while to get there. Right now I need let's see, the next little section of land to get cleared here is I need 750 points in dragon power and I have 736, so almost there. And I've actually been saving up all my little hearts that keep popping up everywhere, so that when I do get land, I'll have a good amount. Ooh, I just got a brown heart. Combine everything for the brown one. Yay. So I won't have to wait as long because some of them take so long to clear. Yeah. See, I don't have any floating bubbles. I still have plenty of room to work. Like I have the main grid that you start off with. I have that. I mean, I could, if I wanted to pay for those 2 extra spots at the bottom, the ones with the orange clouds, they keep flashing tap to clear, and you tap it, and one costs you $4, and the bigger one costs you $7. And I'm like, I'm not spending money on this game, so I don't have it to spend on a game. But it's fun, and it's little dragons, and you can make them bigger and hatch them, and all kinds of fun, cool shit. Ow! That crack you just heard was my elbow. That hurt. So currently I'm upgrading my buildings because I have two of the stones I upgraded to the point where I get piles instead of just individual or three brick combinations. So when I combine them, I get the bigger bricks, the ones that are like 75 a piece, and you combine 3 of those piles together, and you get a lot of bricks. So I've been upgrading my buildings. I don't want my dragons to sleep as long. Lazy dragons. So currently I've got them to 11 minutes. And I'm also upgrading so I can hold more bricks. And I already upgraded my coin thing. And then I'll start all over again. Because other than those chests that you can buy with bricks, there's really nothing else. Everything else wants either coins, which are take a little longer for me to get, or they want the dragon gems. I mean, hell, if I had dragon gems falling out of the sky, I'd be all set. But I don't. It's frustrating. It's almost tempting to buy dragon gems, but I don't have the money to do it, so I can't. Tempting, though. Yeah, they're still floating down there flashing at me. Yeah, I have the rooted life tree. It's level 10. but there's still so many more to go, and I kind of gave up on that. And my dragon home right now is level 5, 11 minutes and 10 seconds. And I will be right back. Yeah, I mean, I know it can be done without real money too. It just takes longer. The flower thing, oh my god, that it took forever for me to get to the level that I'm on for that flower, and that's because it was frustrating to collect all those small little hearts, the purple ones, even up to the purple ones, to collect them all to be able to make the bigger hearts that would clear more land faster. Well, no one said it would be easy, Rhoda. No one promised you a rose box. Well, they might have at this point. I would imagine it wouldn't be as hard to make it for someone who you know that you've had conversations with often, whether like this or, behind the scenes or whatever. But for a total stranger, yeah, that would be difficult because you don't know what they want or what they'd be interested in or any of that. I got getting all distracted with my merged dragon game. That's not good. They're addicting little things. I mean, I also play Angry Birds Evolution. That's addicting too. I would imagine Robin would be easy. See, you would be easy for me because I know the things that you like. Robin would be easy. There are a few other people that would be easy. Like Tina, I could do a mystery box for Tina probably in 10 minutes less or less. Although I haven't really talked to Tina too much lately, but I'm sure her tastes haven't changed that much, But someone that was totally new, I would be like, give me some hints. So, yeah, I just did the event thing that got me my little cat dragon. But it's so annoying. It takes so long to build stuff up, like to build up the flower enough so that it doesn't take forever to create the hearts that will actually clear some of the land. And it takes forever to get your points, and so I didn't get all the prizes out of it. I missed the last three. I almost had the third to last, but I just didn't have enough time to get that many points. I needed like 2,000 more points to get the dragon, and I wasn't able to get it. I did get some eggs though, and the dragon, the little cat dragon. So that was cool. Unfortunately, now if I want to get more with the individual eggs that I have left out of that, I have to use gems in order to get them, and I don't have any. Well, I have 6, so I'll get there eventually. Bless you. The dog just made herself sneeze. Poor fuckers. Poor silly dog. Don't everybody talk at once. All right. Working on like getting event houses. I don't know what that is. I don't know what event houses are. But I do try and get the highest level. I get impatient though. I think I've gotten to the, I wish you could just go into the question, the exclamation, basically your dictionary of everything you have. No, it was me. Sorry. And just look up whatever you want. But you have to wait until you get that question mark, because if you tap on the heart, it goes and does what it's supposed to do. It heals. So, yeah, I get impatient. I don't know what event house is, though. I mean, like, I can't do, let's see. I have that little portal thing, which I need almost 300 more points before it upgrades. I've done all the other requirements except for the dragon points, dragon power points, to get better rewards. So I've done most of that. But there's also a thing up at the top which says I need more dragon power to play seasons. So I don't know what seasons is, because you need 3,000 dragon power and I don't have it. I'm way away from that. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know what the houses are. Oh, cool, Irene. Okay. What do you got to do to join? I love giveaways. I even win sometimes. Oh, show up and guess a number. Cool. Okay. Okay, Yolanda. Saturday morning I'll probably be out of cigarettes, so I might be cranky. I can't guarantee anything. I might be okay, I might not. I don't know. We shall see. The fact that all these little eggs keep wiggling is very distracting. Well, I'm already subbed to you, Irene. I've been subbed to you. Silly. My cat is having a mental breakdown. She hasn't eaten in 10 minutes and her bowl is empty. She's like staring at me like, argh. Yes, Marty. Unbelievable. You'd think this cat was starving to death. She's not. Here, you heifer. Get out of the way or I can't put her on the floor. Jeez. Silly cat. She is always directly in the way of anything I have to do. Like when I have to get off the bed and get in the wheelchair, she's got her paws on the, she's either runs onto the wheelchair from wherever she is, she'll get on the wheelchair. And I'm like, you need to move or you're going to be a flat cat instead of a fat cat. Or she'll put her front feet on the support rail that I have so that I can't hold on to it to get up. I'm like, really? I go to give her water. She sits in the water bowl. I'm like, okay, that's counterproductive because you're about to get wet. I go to put her food down. She's in the way. I'm like, do you want me to help you or not? Silly cat. All right, Irene. Have a good day. But I do love this little merge dragon game. And you know, I'd seen it advertised for over a year now, and I kept being like, I wonder if that would be fun to play. And finally one day I was just so bored, and my Angry Birds evolution will only go to a certain point, and then it shuts down on me. I can't get past this one stage, and it's not that I can't beat it, it's that it won't play. So, you know, it gives me the option to do the fight, and I do the fight, and it shuts down on me. So I'm like, okay, that's not working. So I can only do things in the area that I'm in already up to that point. And so I got bored one day because I had already cleared everything, done everything. And so I was like, well, I need to find something else to do. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try Merge Dragons. And I did. And I haven't looked back since because it's fun. A little bit frustrating when there's stuff that I want with gems that I can't get, but you know. If I'd known in the beginning when I started it that you don't get the gems that often, I probably would not have spent the original 100 that they gave me quite so rashly. But I should have known there was a trick to it. Yeah, it's definitely addicting. Definitely. What's funny is with Angry Birds, my birds are built up so much to this point. I only have a couple of 5-star birds. I have the rest are 4-star birds, but they're almost at their 100 level, and their points are so much higher that it takes one shot to like kill everything in a field. So it's kind of like having that instant kill cheat that you got on PC games. I use one bird and I win the whole thing. So it's not really a challenge at this point, but I still like to play it. Hey, Wes. I have no idea, Wes. I have not seen her. Rhonda, have you seen Kathy this morning? Or today? I have not. I don't know why you think I always know where she is. Oh, you saw her early this morning? Okay. Were you out adventuring, Wes? It is not my fault. It's Rhonda's fault. She's the one who saw her, not me. So it's Rhonda's fault. Ask Rhonda what she did with Kathy. Not my fault. I'm sure Rhonda gets hearts and hugs. I get Cody's fault. I see how it is. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be out of cigarettes by Saturday. I'm going to be out of cigarettes by tomorrow afternoon. That's going to suck. But it is what it is. I do not lose Kathy because I don't have Kathy in the first place. So, no. It's not my fault you can't keep track of her. That would be your fault, Wes. Maybe Kathy doesn't want to be kept track of. Can I ever think of that? Not my fault. Not it. Yeah, Rhonda, you definitely have to show me what the event houses are. Because I haven't run into any houses. So I don't know what that is. Sure, Wes, go ahead and take a nap. I know I'm probably going to end this in about 10 minutes, and then I got to feed my dog, get myself something to eat, and then I'll probably take it out. Editing, yeah, that'll take her a while. See, I know I saw something, and I want to see if I hate having to scroll through all of the subscriptions, and I don't feel like just typing it in, so I will have to scroll through them all, I guess. I know I saw something. No, I can't find it. I'm going to have to go to their site. I have to go to their channel. Oh, no, that's in 2 days. Okay. I thought Lisa was doing her fireside chat tonight, but she's doing it in 2 days. And the Treasure Hustlers and Danny May will be on it, talking about the Petito case, part 2. So I thought that was tonight. It's not. I was going to set my alarm. Oh, okay. You mean the things that are in shadow where the keys are? I very rarely get those. I rarely get to them. Either that or you have to spend gems to buy them because, like, I don't get the trees and all that crap. So don't combine them? I don't get it. You mean unlock where the clouds are? Oh. Okay. I'm confused. I don't think I'm playing it right. I didn't know there were special things you have to collect to get special items. What pisses me off is those damn brambles because you can't combine them. And you can't, like, heal the land by combining them like you can with other things. That irritates the crap out of me. I'm like, oh, go away. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing right. I'm missing something. Okay. But you have to get the points in order to get the prizes, right? So they have to harvest the things that get you your points. I know the last one I made pretty good progress. Oh, okay. So don't worry about getting points? Because I like getting the eggs and the egg nests. I like those. Yeah, I know. I know, but it irritates me that you can't combine them to heal the land faster and clear more land. Merge dragons, Wes. Rhonda and I are both addicted to it. It's a guilty pleasure, which I don't feel guilty about at all. Because right now I got nothing but time. And it helps make the monotony go by faster. Doesn't look painful. They glow when they merge. Okay. Okay. I can do that. Although you have to keep reminding the little buggers what they're supposed to be doing. Because they keep wandering away. You look away for a second, and it's always the dragon that belongs to the event. Like my cat dragon was quick, bang, and it was done. I had to keep double clicking the flowers. But you look away for a second, and the little fucker is gone, wandering off doing something else, like harvesting a fruit tree or something. And I'm like, stop that. Get back over here. Yeah, it's seriously addicting. It's fun. The artwork is nice on the dragons too. I like how they do the artwork on the different types of dragons and the trees and stuff. It's pretty good graphics. You know he's mowing the lawn. What are you chuffing for? Stop it. You're not a tiger. Just because you're tiger stripe doesn't mean you're a tiger. Stop that. That's her version of barking so she doesn't get in trouble. She goes, boof, boof, boof. Like tigers don't roar, they chuff. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Speaking of which, we bought a zoo for the first time last night. And it made me cry. I'm like, okay, I can't watch this again. Apparently, it's triggering me. Because I cried when they had to put the tiger to sleep, and I cried when he was talking about his wife that died, and yeah, too many triggers. So nope, will not be watching that movie again. Well, I don't want to trash anything that they're. And the fruit trees produce flowers too. The little flowers, the buds, so that you can merge them and make bigger flowers. So then you get money. So yeah. It was really good. It was, but it apparently has too many triggers in it for me to watch right now. Um, yeah. I also watched Babes in Toyland for the first time. I'd never watched it before. It came up on Prime as one of the free movies, and with Drew Barrymore when she was little, Keanu Reeves when he was younger, and wasn't too bad. It was campy kids type of movie, but it was kind of cute. I didn't cry anyway. And then I said, fuck it, and watch Universal Soldier. So I ran the gamut last night. I was like, nope. Which I have seen before. It's been a while, but I have seen Universal Soldier before. I used to love Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I like Steven Seagal's earlier movies too. Shamrocks. Huh, okay. See? I learn new things every day. No, shamrocks, the little things with the little buds on them that you combine to make the pink flowers. Because those are the only things I've gotten out of trees, besides the nuts, the seeds. I never really look at what things are called. Probably should. Yeah, okay. So just keep all those trees level 1. I don't remember ever getting anything out of a level 1 tree. I might have though. Usually I have trees in multiple stages, so who knows where they're coming from unless you sit there and watch them pop out the shamrocks. Cool. Thank you, Rhonda. Merge Dragon Addicts, unite! Owl dragons, that'd be so cool. I love all the different dragons that they have in the game. It's just amazing. The different things that they came up with. And I want them all. And I can't get them without gems or events or the daily reward thing or whatever. That'll be cool. I shouldn't have to worry about the neighbor mowing the lawn Saturday morning since he's mowing it now. I want an owl dragon. I love my little Sheba dragon, little puppy dog dragon, and the little kitty dragon, and the Pegasus, and yeah. My moon dragons are so cute. I think I have 2 of them. They're so adorable. The butterfly dragons are cute too. They're purple. The rock dragon, or the... What were they? I keep wanting to say rock, but they're not rock dragons. But I have rock dragons, but that's not what I was... The cosmos dragons are purple too. Those are cool. Oh, it is a rock dragon. They're purple too, but those little puckers are slow. It's funny, you would think the bigger dragons would be faster, but they're not. It's the smaller ones that are quick. Quick, quick, quick. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to end this because my dog wants to eat, and it's an hour past her feeding time, so I'm going to, yeah, so slow. I'm going to call it a day, and I hope everybody has a good evening. And Rhonda, if you've got any links to drop them like they're hot, baby. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, the gargoyle dragons. There's another one, too, that's really, really slow. I can't remember which one it is. I see them working around. But yeah, the gargoyle dragon's really slow. I have a level 3 vicious gargoyle defender. He's slow. So slow. Matter of fact, right now he's ready to go back to bed. Lazy ass dragon. So good night, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you all for coming and sharing your afternoon with me. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week. And I will be back live Saturday morning between 9 and 9:30. Depends on how awake I am at the time. And I hope to see you then. But good news with Robin and Victoria. 7 o'clock Eastern, 2 hours. Story time with Argyle and Renee, 9 o'clock. That's always fun. Big Barn Thursday morning. A very legitimate auction, by the way. Unlike some. Nightmare Treasures. That one better happen, Rhonda. The After Dark show better happen this time. I'm going to be very upset because I looked forward to it all last week and then it didn't happen. So don't make me cry, Rhonda. They're a lot of fun. Even if I can't buy anything, they are a lot of fun. Any more? Yeah. So everybody make sure to check all those out. And everybody have a good night. Bye, everybody.